Hello. Right, so I'm going to go over your show reel here. The one thing I've had to do is delete a bunch of stuff, right? So I'll probably need to do a second and probably third video because I don't know how, but my PC can't even handle all the tracks that we're running. So I've had to delete the Star Citizen clip and The Last of Us. So I'll just do that later on. I suspect it's something to do with all these Pro Q things going on. So I'll try and delete these. But yeah, there's a lot going on here, so I don't know quite where I'm going to start. But yeah, let's just jump in. I've not had a look at this yet. I'll delete a few more of these and we'll get started. There must be a quicker way to do this. Okay, and I'm missing a few plugins here. Well, I don't know why I'm missing that because I've got de-reverb, but whatever. So if something doesn't sound quite right, we're just going to assume that it's because I'm missing the plugin. But yeah, let's start. I might put this on YouTube later. So if I do, this is Joe Wilson. This is his reel. We're going to I'm going to just do my thing and just see how I can, what I would do to, improve it a little bit. It sounds quite good so far from what I've heard of it. So yeah, let's just jump right in. I'll just play the clip to begin with. First thing, I don't really like videos starting at 0. I don't know why that is. I always start at like, I don't know, over here. I like to have space at each side. But that's cool, it's not a big deal. I know people that do start the videos right at the beginning. That's cool. So here we go. Oh, hold on, it's looping. Right, I figured it out. I muted this video. I thought this was the video. This was the entire group for the whole thing. So that was my fault. Right, okay, so here's the video here. Cool, that sounded quite nice. There's a lot going on here, so I'm just going to go through and start deleting stuff and then add stuff, once it's thinned out a little bit. So empty tracks here, we can delete these. I want to make the project as simple as possible. At the moment, we've got like groups inside of groups inside of groups. I tend to not do that. I think that just gets a little bit messy. So originally this project did have, you've got the Halo clip and then you've got right down the bottom there was the Star Citizen clip and then there was The Last of Us all in one session. There's quite a lot going on. So I would have maybe just separated it out by like ambiances and, guns and Foley and all that kind of stuff. So let's just see what's going on here. So we've got the reverb. I don't actually have this convolution plugin. So I'll delete the reverb because there's no point in having it. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. That's quite cool. Okay. Footsteps, nice. Okay. Okay, nothing wrong with that. I'd maybe make that a little bit bigger sounding, but that's not too bad for now. And then this is all the Foley. Maybe we'll just solo the Foley group and just listen to that itself. It's not bad. Personally, I hate doing Foley. I find it quite tedious, but this is sounding quite good. It's going to be kind of buried in the mix anyway, so you can get away with it not being perfect. However, saying that, I would like to see the armor here for the Spartan, is that what he's called? I don't know. The big guy here. Yeah, I'd like to hear more movement for that. Something like thick armor would be quite good. Maybe same again. More than just the footsteps, I'd like to hear the armor movement. Yeah, and then some general like shuffling about over here. But yeah, not bad. I never normally just do footsteps by themselves. I'll have like some rustling sound. There's loads of good stuff in Boom Library for that. I'm not going to do it because it just takes ages and I can't be bothered. Right, so let's mute this. Let's have a listen to these. These are muted, but I just want to... Oh shit. I want to see what these actually are. Okay. Should they be muted, or did I do that by accident? Oh, I think the bounce down. Okay, yeah, the bounce down. That's fine. What are these? Alien. Tiger. Okay. Saturation. This pitch thing. Yeah, not bad. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. There's not much definition to the sound. I'd maybe have something a bit more... a tiny bit more aggressive. I do realize it's hard to find stuff like that in the libraries. But something... Let's just see... I'm not going to add anything, but I'll just show you kind of what I would maybe use for this. These are maybe a little bit too like monstery sounding. Maybe something like that. I'll just drop it in to see what it sounds like, but I think it's going through a plugin chain. I don't know. But yeah, just something a little bit more aggressive would be quite good. But that's pretty decent. Okay, not bad. Right, so the next thing here we've got... I'm going to solo this impact thing. I think that sounds really good. A lot of disperser going on. I'm going to just like bring down the disperser thing a little bit if I can. I don't think I can. Oh. Yeah, I think that's the lure. It sounds quite good. So I see a lot of people using disperser for this stuff. You get this like that weird sound. But there's another one I quite like to use. And I'll just show you in another project. So let's just say you've got some gunshots, or an explosion or something. Right, so we'll use this one. So if we use disperser here, right, Kilohertz disperser. You get this kind of effect. And I'll do that. And then you can emphasize this a little bit more. So if I was to use something like transmod, or any transient shaper, this one doesn't need to be this one, we get something like this. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use a different one. I'm going to use SPL. So see how you get that kind of weird lasery sound? It sounds quite good. But I'm going to do like an A-B thing, because I think it adds loads of bass. And then without. I don't know. Yeah, so I don't use that very often. What I use instead, if I want that kind of sound, is this Melda vocoder thing. So you can just leave it. You just need to bring this ratio down to anything that isn't 1. And then you get the same kind of effect. But it's just a bit more subtle. I use this a lot for like loads of stuff. It doesn't need to be explosions. It could be creature sounds or anything. Just seems to work well. I'll try it on a different sound. So you get a little bit of that like weird tonal thing at the start. If I bump this right up. And then we'll just do like an A-B thing with disperser. Maybe a little bit too high. See, it's got like a sub drop thing going on. I don't like that very much. So yeah, I would use that. Right, okay. Where were we? Right. I think that's quite nice, yeah. I think that works really well. If I mute that, what else is layered up? Is it this? That's really nice as well. Yeah, that works. Oh, there's a lot going on here. Let's solo the impact. Okay, nice. So when I open up a new track, it instantly loads up Pro Q. So I don't know if it's just loading Pro Q on everything, or if there's like a disperser that we're missing. It does sound quite dispersive. I'd be tempted to... Let's see what this sounds like without any of the effects. Oh god. Okay. So there's a layer there that's a little bit on the noisy side. Got a feeling it's this one. Right, I don't think that's going to be doing much either. So when I do stuff, I used to do stuff like this a lot where I'd layer up a bunch of stuff and it's easy to just keep going and you think it sounds better and then you realize that if you just mute half of it, it's like inaudible or it's not doing, or it's just, you know, taken away from the sound. So it's good to just go through and just mute some stuff that you think isn't working. Sometimes I'll design a sound, then say it was all these layers, I'll just go through and delete a bunch, then listen to it and see how it sounds. Right, so we've got this thing here. So what I'm going to do is, right, we muted those 2 layers. It's very dispersory. I'm gonna just tidy this up a little bit. Right, then I'm gonna I'm gonna do the opposite, and I'm gonna bump up. I like those little UI sounds though, they sound really cool. Limit. I never used this limiter. Let's see. Oh, let's see what this sounds like. I bought this a few weeks ago and I haven't used it once. Okay. Cool. Well, that kind of sounds okay. Let's add some transient shaping to this. Let's add this. Let's see what this sounds like. Okay, so let's listen to this. Alright, so then we've got these sub hits. That kind of sounds okay. It sounded good before I even touched it, so we've got that. That sounds nice. Right, so then we've got the shield block thing here. Let's listen to it without this. Let's mute this whole thing. Okay, I guess it needs a little bit of that. What is that? Okay, I'm gonna just I'll pass phase is a good choice. That's kind of like disperser as well. So I'm gonna bypass this. I'm gonna bring down the phaser, output. Then that's all good. I'm gonna mute these for now. I think the problem is that this works, but these are just a little bit too long. See, you've got this tail here. I don't think you need this. I think if you do something like this. Is this hitting exactly at the right point? It seems like it's a little bit late. Let's make sure we line these up properly because we've got the impact here. I can see this bit here, but then this starts a little bit late. So let's do this. Since it's quite bassy, I'm just going to add a tiny wee fade there. And then we'll go to here and I'll do the same thing. I mean, it's not like terribly out of time, but it's good to just line it up properly. I wouldn't do this overlap thing. I would just... See how there's no fades here? They're gonna pop a little bit. You won't be able to hear it, but it annoys me. So we'll get rid of it. So we'll do this. Once I've trimmed all these down, I might get rid of this thing here, this kick drum thing. But you definitely want to add fades here. And then we'll line this up. And then you can see the transients hitting here. I wonder if you need all this. I mean, it sounds cool, but like if you just look at this, right? So you've got all this stuff here. Probably don't need this bit. Are we missing one? Did I just delete one by accident? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we fixed it. I'm going to mute these, and then I'm going to go to here. There's like a weird bump in the low mids, so I'm going to get rid of that. It's probably 200 Hz. Then I'm going to go to... I would normally do this on an aux, but I'll just do it straight on the channel because there's stuff everywhere. Let's see. I wonder if there's any just like presets or something. Kick. Right, not that one. I'm just gonna... I'll just do my own thing. You don't need to use this. You can just use RBase or something. It's all kind of the same. Bring this down here. Yeah, that sounds pretty decent. And then we're just gonna add a transient shaper. Bring the sustain down even more. Mute this. Alright, I guess you can keep that. I probably wouldn't do this overlappy thing that's going on here. I would just drag this down. But yeah, you'll need to add a also don't overlap these. Something like that will be fine. Cool. What else we got? Gravels. Right, okay, let's see what this is. That was cool. It's a little bit on the bassy side. It's quite full on for the actual animation. I would expect something a little bit more high-end and sparkly. Kind of like the UI thing you done just before. Something like that would work quite well. It got a bit of noise going on. So I'm going to mute this. They're kind of the same, actually. So you can probably just delete this. Yeah, what's this? This looks like it could be cool. No. Get rid of this because it's too quiet and it's just adding to the noise. You've got that here. So maybe I'll have a look and see if we've got something that's a bit more high end. Maybe that. Probably too much. I think it's too sharp. It's kind of cool. Oh, is it going through like some effects or something? Oh, a lot. Right, it's going to... Oh, this sub thing. Yeah, I think I wouldn't use that. Probably don't need distortion. I never really add any saturation to individual channels, so we'll get rid of that. That's kind of cool. Okay, we can keep that, but I'm getting rid of this. I've not got this tremolo thing. The chorus, I'm going to get rid of this. Driver. I think its resonance is a little bit too much. Something like that. And then we maybe don't need inflator or 2 EQs. Cool. So let's listen to this. I'm going to just delete these. Sometimes I mute them, but like it's just to keep it clean, just let's delete them. And then this is still a bit noisy. What I might do is see if I've got another whooshy thing. Oh. This, but I don't like the weird kick drum thing it's got going on, so this might not work. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh, you benching this down? No. No. That's cool. I like all this high-end stuff. I think you kind of need a bit of that. It cuts through. So we'll keep that. Don't know why it's in its own little group thing, though. Maybe what we could do... Decapitate. I've not got that. I'll just drag this down to here. Delete this. Make sure... Yeah, nothing's on that. Ah, right, okay. I'll keep that. Then we've got more shield stuff. Mute that. Oh, I guess you bounced it down. Right, okay. So this is like the bounce. Okay, delete that. Don't like it. Kind of interesting. We'll make it mono. Okay, it's +4. I'm just going to bring that down. Move it back a little bit. We might not need this little end bit, so I'm going to mute that and see how it sounds. Don't need it. And then fade out, and fade out. And tidy up a little bit. So let's get rid of this and see how it sounds. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, so then next up, what time are we at? 25 minutes. Right, what's this? Oh god, that was loud. Right, okay. I think we need to thin this out a little bit. So let's see. Right, so we've got debris. Not bad. It kind of sounds like a bin just fell over. That's the only thing. So maybe what I'll do... We're not going to use all these layers because that's too much. So let's just see. That one's quite nice. I would like to hear... So the melt impact, and then you see how it kicks up all this dust. So you can maybe move this over here. Yeah, that's not bad. That's very stereo, right? See if you look at this. Oh, hold on. Oh, no, this one. It happens at like a very particular part of the screen. But this is very stereo. I think it's too much. Oh god. So I'm going to make this mono, or if I remember how to even do that. There we go. Cool. The ice, I'm going to delete that. That's not bad because it adds a little bit high end. So we'll keep that. That's... I think we can do better than this. Let me see if I've got something. Oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe a little bit too much. Yeah, I don't like that. See it in the film mix. Oh god, it all gets lost because there's something super bassy going on. Is it this? I don't think we need that. Where's like the main impact? Is it this? I guess that's like background stuff. Here. Is that it? It's got like a pre-thing. Right, okay. Then what's this? Oh, that was cool. Very cinematic. Right, where's this pre-thing then? This. Gonna get rid of that. Okay, that's fine. Where is this? Well, that can stay. Oh, it's in like one. Right, okay, found it. Oof. Now you've got the marker here, but the sound starts here, so I wonder what it is. Maybe we should tighten this up a little bit. Not much going on with this. These are very short. I wonder if you even need this. What we'll do is we'll mute this. Right, I think I see why you've done that, because you got like the build up and then there's like a bit of a gap if we mute that. So I wonder if like instead we could add like a whooshy thing. I don't know what would work here, but I'm just gonna try things out. Oh, it's miles back here. So a tonal thing as it comes in would be quite good, right? So I'll keep that here. And then whoosh. Maybe something like this. What? Alright. Right, delete that. It's quite loud. I don't know why the color's all messed up. Okay. Right, what I'll do is I'll bring this thing up to a new track. Then I'll put this here, and then we'll get rid of some of this. It's just when you're working on cinematics like this, there's so much going on. I think you can get away with things being a little bit more simplified. Because then you've got everything fighting for like the main, you know, like the center thing. You know what I mean. Right, so here we go. Get rid of this. Make sure you're fading stuff in, because that's going to pop. But I'm going to delete it anyway, so it's fine. See, because I think there's a thing in Reaper where you can add like a little 10 millisecond fade into everything you add, because that will pop if it's... So I'm going to delete some of these. And I guess that's backgrounds. Okay, we'll keep them for now. If you want to use this, I would just use the main transient. Because all this is just like reverb and rumble that you probably don't want. Right, so. Oh, it's this. Right, okay. Too much dispersion. R-bass mono. I guess, well, they're all mono, so you can get away with it. This one's not. Wait a minute. That's adding loads of bass, but you've left this at 80 Hz. I would probably bring this down to 50, or you could even go 45. However, I'm not going to use it at all. So let's mute this. Okay. This is... I'm going to mute this. I'm going to mute this. That's quite noisy, that. That's quite noisy. I guess it's quite short, though. Transient shaper. You can push this quite hard and then bring the sustain down. You can do stuff like that. It doesn't need to just be 10%. Okay, let's see what we got. Where is the stuff that I just added? Is this it? Okay, so we need like some sort of impact thing. I must have something for it. Like a metal thing? JD Mech Refactor. Must have something. We'll try this. We're just missing that bass. Right, okay. Oh, I know what I'll do. Right, I'm back. I ran out of disk space there. It's annoying. Okay. Right, so where were we? We're at this explosion thing, trying to find something basic. I guess that's... That should work. That sounds a bit small. I don't know what I've done there. Right, okay, well. That's not bad. I think it could sound a little bit bigger. Let me try something. Okay, that's not too bad. Maybe like a sweetener thing for when it kicks the door open. Probably wouldn't put it on this channel because it's going through all this processing, but we'll see what sounds. I'd like some sort of lock sound, like a mechanism thing. I'll see if I've got something for that. I don't think any of this stuff's going to work, but I'll just try it and see what happens. Make that mono. Much quieter. So that's not bad. And then you've got this thing. That can stay. That's kind of cool. Cool. And then delete this. Delete these two. Instead of doing this like noisy one here, it doesn't like, it's not bad, but I think this is like a chance to get something a bit more tonal going on. So what if we mute that? I'll go to the wishes. Then I'll try something like this. Oh shit. It doesn't sound like impactful enough. It sounds quite weak. We could probably use a better one. I'm gonna bump this up. Something like that. Oh, that sounds kind of cool. Let's see what it sounds like when it's stereo. It kind of, it's not too bad. Yeah, okay, we'll leave that. That's not too bad. We'll probably make that mono. I think there's too much panning going on. So it sounds a little bit weird, but it'll do. Alright, let's see what we've got so far then. We haven't made any like major changes here, just cleaning stuff up. Right, okay, I'm going to do one last thing, and that's the grenade. And then I'm going to call it a day, because this video is going to be ages. Whoa. I'd make sure you're lining stuff up properly. I know sometimes it's good to have like the 1-2 thing, but it's just you've got the marker here, but the sound starts here, but then in the video it starts like here. So you can probably move this over, but then you don't want everything going up at once. I don't think you need that. That's cool. I like that. So I'm going to move this to here. I'm going to fade it in. Then that's cool. I'm going to drag this over so it doesn't overlap with the first thing. That's nice. I'm going to pitch it down a touch. Why is all this panning? Oh, okay. Right, cool. Right, so let's look at the grenade. Then we will call it a day. Explosion. I'll do the Star Citizen video in another thing. Otherwise the video will just be too long. Right, so where is this? Blast? Okay. Right, I'm going to bypass this and see what it sounds like. Then we're going to mute this. Oh, what's that? Okay, you've got the 1-2 thing going here. I'm going to move this over a little bit. It's a bit too far back. Then it transitions nicely into the other thing. Right, that's cool. I'm going to delete this. Now, you made this mono, which is totally fine, but it's just worth keeping an eye on like where it's happening in the screen, or like on screen. This is quite central, so I probably would just keep that stereo, and it's got to just sound cool. I know this is really short, but again, it's the fades. That'll do like a pop at the start and the end. Cool, right, so let's look at this then. Right, then it transitions, okay. So that's cool. Don't need two then. Probably don't need that. That's kind of cool. Mute that. So just so you guys can see, I've got the video on another screen. It needs to transition from this explosion into this thing here. So I think this is like an EMP thing in the Star Citizen clip. So it doesn't need to be, because you've got Halo, then you've got Star Citizen. It can be more sci-fi and less just explosion based. That's kind of cool. It's got reverb on it. Don't know why. Okay, let's see. All pass, getting rid of that, getting rid of this. Transient shape is fine. Getting rid of this. That's kind of cool. Getting rid of that. That's cool. Interesting. Line this up a bit, fade this in. Right, then explosion. What should we do? Right, I'll just try a few things out and see what we get. Why is it green? Okay. Okay, delete this. And then, because it transitions into the Star Citizen thing, maybe we'll try another like mech impact. Oh, that sounded weird as... Is it the driver? I'm going to bypass the effects. That's cool. Nice. I don't like that. I think it's too noisy. It's going to transition kind of weird. It's got loads of reverb in it, so I'm going to delete this. And then... Let's see. Where's that metal thing? And then I'm going to try and add like a whooshy thing so it transitions from explosion into spaceship. Oh, that would have worked quite well for this. Okay, we'll keep that there. This is just stuff I made in Radium. So if you don't know, Radium's like a sampling thing inside SoundMiner. It's quite decent. I made quite a lot of source with it. But you can do all that in Reaper anyway. You're probably better off using Phase Plant maybe, because you can do all the granular stuff and just drag in some samples there. The only thing I like about Radium is if you're playing on like the keyboard, you can say you've got like 10 variations, you can just keep hitting the key and it'll keep playing each variation. So it's quite good for explosions and stuff. That's how I got all this. Oh, I don't know where it is now. Like all this. It's just loading a bunch of sounds into the slots thing. You just hit it and it just randomly plays them. Cool, so let's use this. So it kind of explodes here, kind of. Oh, fucking hell. I thought I wasn't recording my vocals there. Right, we're good. Right, let's use one of these then. I quite like the weird thing that goes on at the end. The little crunchy thing. So, right, we need like a sweetener for the transition-y thing. So how do we do that? Vehicles. Use this. This will be like quite high frequency, so it should cut through nicely. The only thing I'm worried about is because it's I've done these in sound particles. It's just going to be too dense, so it might not sound good. So maybe what we want to do is automate this, but I don't think this will work. It's not too bad, not too bad. But we need something a bit more distorted for the spaceship. Oh, I must have something. Jesus. Ship flybys, right, okay. These are quite old. I don't know if I would use them these days. Right, let's use one of these. So the loudest point is here. I don't know if that's where it should actually be. But I'm just going to move this over so they kind of line up a little bit. No, that was terrible. If that didn't have that weird thing going on, the movement thing, the LFO, it'd probably be quite decent. Try this. I'm going to leave it there, but you get the idea I'm going for. Like a nice little whoosh thing for the spaceship as it transitions. But yeah, right, I hope you find this useful. If you got any more questions, just give me a shout. Nice one. Cheers. Bye.